Coming up right now, a college student's dream of a sunny, tropical Miami. Well, it turns a little dreary. Why a quick Google search could have made up all the difference.
Also coming up, we'll tell you why these expecting parents are calling their pregnancy a Christmas miracle. It's the double take that will shock you.
And a little bit later, the people have spoken, and they've crowned this year's sexiest man alive.
Right here, Mitch English.
No, I can't believe it wasn't even in the running. But we'll figure out what McDreamy really thinks about his new title.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English, welcoming you to a Thursday edition of Daily Flash. So happy to have you here. 1 week away, and we're going to be celebrating our Thanksgiving already. Getting a little.
Do you have your buffet pants ready to go?
I'm ready for them. And I've poked a little hole in the belt already. So just stretch it out a little bit. We'll also be checking in with our buddy Matt Doolittle. Matty, what's good in your world today, buddy?
I'm a little depressed.
What's wrong, dude?
I didn't get cast as the voice of Garfield. Chris Pratt has taken another job from us voiceover people, and it's killing me.
I
could
like
say
Chris
lasagna,
Pratt, but I'm sorry. I know that was near and dear to your heart.
It breaks my heart.
It always comes down to that, where like one person will come along and they take every job. It was like Ryan Seacrest.
Took everybody's top 40 job.
Yeah. But here's the thing, you love Chris Pratt. I just think he's the guy you just want to hang out with.
Well, he's done Lego. He did
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. He was Mario. Like, leave a voiceover gig for one of us.
Just at least one.
Yeah, well, maybe he can talk to Ryan Seacrest about
Let's
that.
see.
That would be help. So the Fox Business has an article out talking about tipflation.
Okay,
Everybody wants a tip, and Americans are now getting to the point where they're tired of tipping everybody. It's not just the restaurant folks. It's everybody who's asking you to look at this screen and just,
Do you want to hear the worst?
Talk to me.
Okay, so I'm not going to say which one it is, but there is a hotel booking website that says right before you hit send, would you like to tip an extra $8 since we gave you this great deal? And it looks like, you need to advance on. So if you would have hit that, you would have tipped a computer $8 to find you that.
Are you serious?
And it gets to that point, it should say, wake up, everybody. This tipping thing's just got to stop.
Yeah.
When computers are wanting to do it.
Oh my, and who gets that money?
Exactly, because when you think a tip is the person, all it is just looking at algorithms. That's all it's doing.
I'm surprised it's not asking you to tip the housekeeping staff at the hotel that you're staying at, right? Because everyone's like, well, I'm not sure if I should tip them or not.
Yeah, which you should. If you stay over a few days and they take care of you, just leave a little cash up on the.
It's always nice.
Yeah, make sure that you let them know that's their money, because they won't touch it otherwise.
That's true.
All right, this story is something that would happen to me. All right. A foreign student, he's a foreign student, was really excited about the idea of moving to Florida for college because she applied to Miami University.
Sure.
She's 19 years old, and she imagined how she would spend her days just hanging out on the beach in that Florida sunshine in between classes. However, she's an international student. She wasn't able to actually visit the school in person before she applied. So when she received the acceptance letter and it said from Ohio, she was a little confused. At first, she thought maybe Ohio was a district or county in Florida, but after a quick Google search, her beach fantasy came to a screeching halt when she realized, yes, she was accepted to Miami University in Oxford, Ohio.
Oh.
She ultimately accepted the offer and moved to the Buckeye State from Southeast Asia.
Wow.
We should notice, because we used to live, when we did the other show, right around here. Miami University in Oxford, Ohio was founded before Miami, Florida, University of Florida. So keep that in mind, too.
And we did our Coast to Coast theater show in Miamisburg.
In Miamisburg. So this word Miami
in Ohio is very odd.
Really, it throws everybody off.
Yeah.
So I feel for her, but again, if you think you're going to school And it's a fine school.
Yeah, it's a terrific school. But if somebody said to you, I'm going to Miami University, the first thing you would think of would be Florida. Yeah, for sure. Well, an Alabama woman born with 2 uteri is pregnant with a girl in each one. Kelsey Hatcher and her husband are already parents to 3 children. This spring, she learned she was pregnant again. Kelsey's 2 uteri have their own cervix, and her pregnancies are considered high risk. A double uterus is a rare condition that occurs as a female fetus develops. Sometimes the 2 small tubes that form the uterus don't join completely to create one large organ. Kelsey's uteri could contract at different times, and she could give birth to each daughter hours or even days apart. Kelsey's situation is so unusual that doctors don't know whether to characterize the dual pregnancies as twins because each baby has its own placenta. The babies are due on Christmas Day.
That makes it even weirder. On Christmas Day, what a present there. And so basically her womb is a duplex, really is what it comes down to, right? But they did some research. 3 out of 1,000 women will have the uteri thing, and then for them to have 2 pregnancies is even more rare than that. So to show you how crazy this is, and it's going to be interesting. You want to follow if they have if they'll look alike. You know, is it twins or is it 2 different nights? You know, I don't know.
That's a good question. 2 different nights.
How it works? I don't know how else to say. So we'll see.
You never know. Well, it's been almost 2 decades since Patrick Dempsey appeared on the small screen as neurosurgeon McDreamy on ABC's Grey's Anatomy. It's been even longer since his breakthrough role as a lovable outcast in 1987's Can't Buy Me Love. Now he's got a new title, People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Wow.
The 57-year-old actor says it's nice to have the recognition, and his ego certainly enjoys the boost. It also gives him a platform for something positive. So what went through his mind when he first heard the news? He was completely shocked and then started laughing, thinking, this is a joke, right? He says that he has always been the bridesmaid and never the bride, so this is a first for Patrick Dempsey.
He did get that McDreamy title, and so he kind of surged to the people's mindset of that. And really, as you said, it really hasn't. I've not really seen him in anything as of late.
He's been pretty active behind the scenes. I know he was doing a lot of race car stuff.
That's right. Yeah, I remember about that.
And then I believe that his mother had her own bout with cancer, so I think he's been sort of on her behalf, you know, pushing that kind of philanthropy in her memory.
And you've met him before.
You know what really hurts is when you meet someone like this and they are a nice person, and then you see him in person, you go, well, yeah, okay, sexiest man alive, I get it.
You get it.
You just walk in the room and people are just, you know, one of those looks.
He's got the it factor.
Matt will never know that. We'll have to live through old Patrick, I guess. This next story is about a couple who already have 2 kids and they're desperately wanting to get married. Only one problem. They're siblings.
Oh,
Can I get that banjo?
Yeah.
Hold on. Yes, they are half brother and sister.
Okay.
I've seen that movie.
2 different uteris, by the way. So although Anna and Daniel share the same dad, they didn't meet one another until she was 20, he was 17. Anna, who was living with her partner at the time, broke off the relationship and moved closer to Daniel. The 2 started spending more time together, and their love for each other became passionate. Now, the 2 kids later, they're trying to figure out how to legally tie the knot despite being half siblings.
Go to Nebraska.
You're going to have to. What a weird.
Is that legal in Nebraska?
Yeah, Matt.
West Virginia,
Matt,
Nebraska.
Have you already checked into this, Matt? That's what I'm worried about.
I'm an only child as far as I know. I'm sure there's somebody out there.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful. Yeah,
Lee and I already checked. We're good.
Yeah.
But think about like the sperm donors. Think about how many kids are possibly related to one another that you wouldn't even know because you're sharing the same father as 300 other children.
And you know, and basically, this is all discouraged because of the fact that you know, problems, hereditary problems, can happen in a pregnancy if you're pushed through that. So
A Canadian couple welcomed a healthy newborn baby weighing in at
how much?
14 pounds! Brittany Ayers gave birth to the baby boy named Sonny via cesarean section, thank goodness. It's the 5th child for her and her husband. The couple said they never thought he would be that big. Sonny weighed in at 14 pounds, 8 ounces, was 55 centimeters long. Like his siblings, Sonny was larger than the average birth weight of about 9 pounds. According to mom, 2 of his older siblings were also born via C-section. Both weighed more than 13 pounds each at birth. So she likes big babies.
No kidding. And they came up named Sonny going, son of a ass! All right, so we want to give you an idea. Obviously, we can't tell you how weight is. So we have our baby here that weighs 14 pounds.
I picked that up. I can't believe she carried that against, you know, it's
right?
crazy.
And she carried that thing around. What a super mom.
Right?
About this. Matt, have you held a 14-pound baby?
I have not.
Oh, good Lord.
Congratulations.
It's heavy, right? Now, imagine for 9 months.
My cat weighs 11.
Yeah. So you can imagine just how miserable this woman was, but relieved when it finally. Oh, you shush, you shush.
We're horrible parents. We just toss that kid.
That's why you never let Uncle Mitch and Uncle Matt take care of your kids.
Look at you. You're like a pro.
I like it.
Yes.
You know what? Take a picture. All right. It's natural.
Oh no.
We have more. It's a beautiful thing.
I don't want to look. I don't want to look in your eyes.
We're going to tell you how to eat during the holidays, and it ain't this way. Let's go.
As we approach the holiday season and its focus on food, it's important to adopt a mindful, balanced approach. Joining us now with some valuable tips from her new Foodie Survival Guidebook, Moderating a Love Affair with Food, is food and wine career pro Michelle Lawton of Joyful Plate Consulting. Hi, Michelle. Welcome.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
So we want to celebrate with mindfulness, joy, and good health. So let's start with your first tip. You say avoid bit eating. What does bit mean?
Bit eating means, because it's there, it's the Halloween candy, it's the pretzels on the plane, the leftover wine that you find in the fridge. It's all those touch points for trouble. But it's the holidays, and we're supposed to enjoy. So when your neighbor comes by with a beautiful platter of homemade cookies, the peanut butter ones with the Hershey in the middle.
Yep.
I can't be held responsible, so I need to count out loud. So it's about being mindful. And, day after Thanksgiving, when your sister-in-law gives you half of the pumpkin pie, enjoy it intentionally. But if you find that it's lingering, then maybe, give some to a neighbor or freeze it. Just try to take it off the table.
Second on your list, wine tasting versus wine binging. Please explain.
Sure. So you ever go to a party and the host comes by and says, top you up? It's both a delight and sometimes a danger because, these parties can go on for hours and sometimes we're not sure how much alcohol we're actually taking in. So a tip that I've learned is to bring a big bottle of water, or there's so many great non-alcoholic beverages out there now. We've found Guinness Zero is delicious. When I studied wine education, we learned about hydrating. Stay hydrated through the evening if you decide to drink alcohol. Maybe treat yourself to a really nice bottle of wine for the holidays. Appreciate the aroma, the flavor. Maybe drink, a little bit better instead of more.
You also say know the difference between food for fuel and food for fun.
Right. Okay, so all these foods that we're talking about are fun foods, right? Over the holidays, the cakes, the confections, I put alcohol into that category as well. So on the days that you're not celebrating, really try to fuel your body with nourishing foods. We all know what's good for us, fruits, vegetables, nuts, all those good things. But try to take breaks. Try to take, if you are drinking alcohol, take multiple day breaks from it. And just make sure that you're balanced. That's what the book is all about, Moderating a Love Affair with Food. It was designed with a wink to try to protect your health, but also protect your joy.
And you also say last on your list, taste without regret, because part of food and drink is enjoying.
Absolutely. I mean, I fully intend to have my Bailey's by the fire and mince pies. Can't wait. But you have to be mindful about it. We talk a lot about travel in the book. I love to travel, as we all do. But, when I'm going to New Orleans, I'm not going on a diet. I'm just not. I mean, there's too many great things to discover. So that's part of the joy of life. It's really about enjoying everything in moderation. But, it's important, of course, to talk to your doctor and, pulse your way through the holiday.
And I think that's key too, because I think for some people, once they go down a slippery slope of, well, I've had a slice of pie, so I'm going to have 5 more, and I'm going to have the cheese tray and the cookies and whatnot. It's hard to stop yourself once you head down that path.
It is. I mean, I do a lot of entertaining at home and I love to cook. I'm a member of this group called La Dama Scoffier. It's an international food and wine group. And even me, writing this book for 2 years, one of my guests brought this beautiful key lime pie a couple weeks ago, and I found myself every day having a little slice. So it's not easy for any of us, but it's really, again, about protecting your health, but also protecting your joy.
The book is called Moderating, A Love Affair with Food, 10 Tips to Mindful Eating and Drinking by Michelle Lawton. For more information on Michelle, go to Moderating, A Love Affair with Food.com. You'll find more information about her book there as well.
We could all use some budget-friendly advice when it comes to holiday shopping, right? Well, here's finance expert Courtney Olive with some more.
We learned something very interesting in a recent Intuit Credit Karma study, which is that 24% of Americans wish that the holidays would be canceled altogether this year because of cost. If that's you, I'm here to tell you that it does not need to be that way. The number one thing you can do to avoid overspending this season is to be realistic about what you can spend. Take a look at what money you've got coming in, what's going out, and see what you can afford to put towards the holidays this year. If it's not much or none at all, see if there's areas you can cut back on your spending to be able to put a little money towards the holidays. Regardless of what that spending limit is, it's important that you stick to it. Once you have that spending limit, it's time to make a plan. It's really easy to wait to the last minute and be running around on Christmas Eve trying to buy gifts. And not only is that stressful, you'll end up spending more money because you'll miss out on deals and discounts. As part of that plan, make a list. Check it twice. Keep checking it. Keep it in your pocket or on your phone. That can really help you say no to impulse buying, which is so tempting for so many of us around the holidays. And once you have that list, it's also a lot easier to do your homework. There are a ton of deals and discounts available over the holiday season, so taking some time to research what deals are available can really help you save money. The biggest mistake people make over the holidays is not making that plan. But another big mistake is not talking to their friends and family about their financial stress. If you're feeling stressed about the holidays, you are not alone. 22% of Americans feel they cannot afford any holiday gifts this year. So if that's you, talk to your family about ways you can be creative, maybe setting spending limits, only purchasing gifts for one person, or doing something free or a baked goods exchange to be able to alleviate some of the stress. For more information, download the Credit Karma app. We've got a lot of tools, tips, and resources that can help.
Thanks for those tips, Courtney. We will have it all on our website, dailyflashshow.com. And hey, that's a place where you should go and see all our behind-the-scenes stuff, subscribe to all of our channels, do all the things that websites do. Welcome back to Daily Flash. Well, holiday travel can be challenging, especially when you're hitting the road with a child who can get queasy in the car. Joining us is parenting expert Dr. Mona Amin, a pediatrician who's teaming up with Mazda to share the results of a new survey and some solutions to car sickness. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you for having me.
So what can we expect for the holiday travel season?
Yeah, so according to the new survey by Mazda, 85% of those traveling with children are planning to travel by vehicle versus other modes of transportation. And also 48% of parents have reported having a car sick child in the vehicle, and 60% are worried about having a child get car sick, especially when you consider the bumpy roads and stop and go traffic that we can see during the holiday season.
So how are parents treating or preventing the car sickness?
So there are three main ways that we've seen parents try to reduce the chances of car sickness. And all of it has to do with the disconnect between the inner ear and what your eyes are seeing. Number one, ensuring riders have access to fresh air, a clear view of the horizon, as well as minimizing screen time. And by choosing a vehicle like the CX-90, you're going to be able to have this experience with a window available in all three rows, as well as an HVAC system that allows fresh air to come into the third row, so all passengers have a smooth and comfortable driving experience.
And as a pediatrician, do you have any other suggestions?
Like I said, the fresh air and that clear view of the horizon can really help. And with the versatile seating options of the Mazda CX-90, you're going to be able to have that for all children and all family members.
Great. And where can we go for more information?
For more information, visit MazdaUSA.com or my social media channels, Peds.talk.
Thanks, Doctor, and we'll have all that on our website, dailyflashshow.com. Andrea?
From training courses to gear to all kinds of bikes, the possibilities are endless when it comes to power sports. Here's more from the Motorcycle Safety Foundation.
I'm with ridewithus.com, and for those riders in your life, there are some cool new helmet technologies you can get, like the Built Techno 3 Bluetooth helmet. It comes with microphone and speakers, so you can stay connected to your rider even if you're at home. There's also the Foresight helmet. This has a heads-up display, so it gives you real-time street and navigation alerts. It also has Bluetooth, and it has a built-in camera. Now, for riders who already have a helmet that they love, you can get the Brake Free. This mounts to your helmet, no wires, no apps, and it actually will start flashing when you slow down so that you are very noticeable to others out there. If you want to wrap your loved ones in bubble wrap, you love the Alpine Stars airbag jacket because it uses an algorithm to detect when a crash may happen, and it will deploy before it happens. It will actually reduce the impact force by 95% compared to standard motorcycle jacket protectors. Now, if it's really chilly out there, I'd say get some heated gear like the hot-wired heated jacket liner. There's also heated gloves, socks, and pants. Now, for those who want to get into riding, we actually have an array of different bikes behind me. There's this cute little Yamaha TTR 50 for kids. It's automatic and speed restricted. There's the BMW CE04 electric scooter. That's great for commuting. And then one of the trends that's really happening, people are really getting more and more into adventure bike riding. So you've got the Tiger 900. This is a great adventure bike for on and off-road use. We also have the Honda Monkey, which is an adorable commuter. And we have over there a three-wheeled option, the Can-Am Ryker. So if you go to ridewithus.com, this is a great place to start your motorcycling journey. There's more information about where you can learn to ride, get more gear, get some cool gift ideas, and just fun ideas for road trips.
Welcome to your Daily Digits this week. First up, your number this week is 2. And if you have one of these laying around, it might be worth more than that. A $2 bill just sold at auction for almost $2,500. According to the U.S. Currency Pricing Guide, certain factors such as the age of the bills, $2 bills weren't circulated as much as other U.S. currency. In fact, they stopped making them in 1996, but brought them back into production a decade later. Of course, the bills that were printed pre-1900 are the most desired, so if you have a few of them laying around, you might want to get them appraised. Now, my dad used to bring them back for me from his work. Now, they were covered in glitter, so I don't know if that brings up the value or down, so we'll have to see. Your next number is $306,000. That's how much the jacket Michael Jackson wore in the famous Pepsi advert just went to auction for and sold for $306 grand. It was expected to grab nearly $500,000 but fell short. It was the actual black and white jacket worn by Jackson, and it was among 200 pieces of music memorabilia sold last week in London. Other items included a George Michael jacket and an Amy Winehouse hairpiece. Now, I don't know about like $306,000 for a jacket he wore in a Pepsi commercial. I don't know that would really be worth it, but I'm interested in the hairpiece from Amy Winehouse because, like, what do you do with that? Do you put it on a mannequin? Do you wear it to the club? What do you do with that?
That's young Carlton right there. Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Alfonso Ribeiro?
Now, this wasn't the one he wore in the infamous commercial where he got caught on fire, but still, it's very iconic piece.
Well, that would have been fireproof.
That would have been fireproof, yeah. So, anyway, head to dailyflashshow.com for all your behind-the-scenes action, and we'll be right back with more fun and entertainment.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
So glad to have you here on this Thursday. We got a great show coming up for you, lined up, ready to go. I was in the kitchen. You know, I love baking.
Yes.
Cooking is okay, but baking is kind of my thing, and I made some gluten-free cookies.
Oh.
And I should bring them in. They actually turned out pretty good because, you know, my wife is all about trying to stay healthy.
They're not dry?
They're not dry at all, no. But here's the thing. I was like, wow, it's kind of like that Seinfeld episode about the fat-free yogurt.
Yogurt.
You know, Okay, but for when you have gluten-free cookies, they taste great because they double up the sugar.
Of course they do.
I didn't realize, I didn't know that.
And all the extras you add in there.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to, I'm not going to be one of those crazy gluten people, but I am trying to back off my gluten. But anyway, it got me thinking. I wanted to find out how much people eat during this time of year.
Okay.
There was a candy company that did a survey, and they surveyed 2,000 people. This is what they found, that the average person between now and the end of the year will eat 26 cookies, have about 25 pieces of candy, 13 pieces of cake, 12 slices of pie, 13 brownies, and if you're Matt's friend, times that by 8. But
yeah,
but not those kind of brownies.
You got an extra.
Oh, the brownies, yeah.
And 13 cupcakes as well.
Oh my
So now, is that anywhere near what you would do this holiday season?
I don't think that I would, but I mean, gosh, I've never really kept track.
Like holiday
it's very
parties
possible,
and people bringing in stuff.
Right.
And you're grazing and you don't realize
You're always
it.
grazing, you
Yes.
don't 100%.
Oh,
So
that's
just keep that in
terrifying
mind. If you kept the journal of what you're going to eat this season until
Maybe
the
that's
end
not
of
a
the
bad idea.
you'll probably realize
And
you
you're
eat
wondering
more.
why things are a little bit tight around the midsection. You're like,
oh,
oh, I didn't realize I ate 16 cupcakes in 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm in denial. Well, a foreign student was excited about the idea of moving to Florida for college when she applied to Miami University. The 19-year-old imagined she would be spending her days lounging on the beach in the Florida sunshine in between her classes. However, as an international student, she wasn't able to visit the school in person before applying. So when she received an acceptance letter from Ohio, she was a little bit confused. At first, she thought maybe Ohio was a district or a county in Florida, but after a quick Google search, her beach fantasy came to a screeching halt when she realized she was accepted to Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. She ultimately accepted the offer and moved to the Buckeye State from Southeast Asia.
It's a cool place. I know they have, we went out there one time in Oxford. It was homecoming week and such, and it's a quaint little university.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice.
One of the oldest ones in the U.S., right?
Indeed, right. And you don't think, you think of this marketing problems going on. You call them Miami University and University of Miami, two different big things, two different places. But the folks at Miami University will let you know that they've been around longer than University of Miami.
What should have told her was the white powdery stuff on the ground was different from the one Miami she was going to.
Well, yeah, there is a lot of
difference.
There's a big difference. You're right.
All right, we go a little further south. You go to Alabama, where a woman born with 2 uteri, and you learn something today. If you have more than one uterus, it's a uteri.
Uteri. Thank you.
She is now pregnant with a girl in each one. Her name, Katie Hatcher, and she and her husband, Kelsey Hatcher rather, and her husband are already parents of 3 kids, all under the age of 8 years old, by the way.
Oh my
This
goodness.
spring, she learned that she was pregnant again. Kelsey's 2 uteri have their own cervix, and her pregnancies are considered high risk. A double uterus is a rare condition that occurs as a female fetus develops. Sometimes the 2 small tubes that form the uterus don't join completely to create one large organ. Kelsey's uteri could contract at different times, and she could give birth to each daughter at different hours or even different days. Doctors don't even know whether to categorize the dual pregnancies as twins because each baby has its own placenta. And to make it even neater and cooler and odd, all at the same time, the babies are due on Christmas Day. It's a Christmas miracle.
That's right,
So we wish her the best and all this. But how crazy is that to know that you're kind of a twin or you're not, but you are? I mean, it'd be really an odd situation.
Could they be considered fraternal twins?
And that's another thing. Even if the term twins in the first place is like, well, my sister's 2 days was born 2 days after me, but we're not twins. Or we are twins, but we were born 2 days apart.
You were reading the story, but there was a picture of the husband, and his eyes were like, "Oh my God, what have I got myself
I'll have
into?"
to look back. Well, yeah, and again, they have 3 other kids, so now they have 5 kids, all under the age of 8 years old. So that is going to be a busy, busy month.
Yeah.
All right, coming up on The Flash, we're talking to Dr. Malika Carey about her new movie, The 3 Corners of Deception. There she is, folks. The drama is at an all-time high.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. In today's must-watch movies, we're diving into the trending movie, The 3 Corners of Deception.
I just hoped if I did meet someone, that they would be a positive person to meet. Everything he was saying and doing was making me fall in love with him.
Here to talk about it is clinical psychologist and the filmmaker, Dr. Malika Clary. Doctor, so good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Well, welcome to have me. Thank you.
Well, tell us about the movie, 3/4 of Deception.
3/4 of Deception is based on true events. It's something that happened to me. It's a romance, a love, but it has a very interesting twist. And people have to see that movie for that twist.
So in what way was this movie based on your own life experience? Obviously, it's something that inspired you, it happened to you, and you wanted to share it on the big screen.
Yes, it's something that I fell in love with someone on, I want to say a Memorial Weekend, and everybody, you know, love at first sight situation.
Sure.
But it was something that happened on a judicial side.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, it's something that uncovered things that I didn't even know I was going to get into. So it's definitely a movie I had to share or experience.
What kind of obstacles did you encounter while making this movie?
Well, because it's regarding judicial deception, I could film in a courtroom because I pay taxes just like everybody else. And I have to say that. And I mean, hey, but because it was about lawyers and judges, they was trying to block that. Unfortunately, yeah, like the Good Old Boy Network, how about that? And you know what's so interesting about that? It was a good judge that actually say, no, we're not doing that, not in my court. So there are some good judges out there.
There's still some left.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's good to see. Where can we see the film?
It's available on Prime Video, and I'm so happy to say that, Prime Video.
What was it like when you first saw your story and your image on the big screen?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing because we were in 7 theaters, 12 states, selected because we didn't really want the movie to come out publicly yet.
Yeah.
And it was during COVID too, so we didn't know who was actually going to go to the movies. But it was just amazing to see that because it was something that I developed. And just to, you know, just give that opportunity for a lot of the actors that I've had, actors and actresses, and because they've never been on a big screen before. So it was amazing to see that.
The movie has an 8.8 on IMDb. That's a pretty good score.
Oh, yes, it is.
There you are. For more information on the movie, The 3/4 of Deception, drmalikaclary.com.
Thank you, ladies. Well, the winter travel season is here, and it's time to start planning your next holiday trip. Once you know where you want to go, it's all about finding the right price, right? Well, here's travel expert Joe Franco with some insider tips.
According to Priceline data, we have 3 very exciting cities on the list of top visited destinations this holiday season. You have New York City, sipping hot chocolate in Central Park, ice skating. In addition, we have Las Vegas. I think would be a really fun holiday city to go to. And the 3rd destination is Los Angeles. You can catch some sunshine and have a sunny Christmas. Priceline has unveiled a suite of intelligence tools to take the stress away from holiday travel. One of my personal favorites is the flight rebook function. And the second feature is Penny, which is the AI chatbot that Priceline has rolled out where you can have a conversation and use Penny to help you plan your trip. I got some really good deals. Priceline is starting their Black Friday sale November 6th this year. And so there are going to be just great deals site-wide, but the really special deal is if you sign up to the email newsletter, you'll get a mystery coupon in your inbox. For more information, you can visit Priceline.com or download the Priceline app.
If you want to find out more information on 3/4 of a Deception, of course, you could also go to our website. It's dailyflashshow.com. If you have one of those phones, aim it with your camera right there in the corner. And by the way, brand new website too. Have you seen it yet?
Oh, it's beautiful. Spectacular.
Let me tell you something. I cried the first time I see it. Maybe you
cry all the time.
That is true.
What is KSA Entertainment? It's trending news, entertainment, lifestyle. KSA Entertainment. Culture. It's love. It's food. It's family. KSA. It's life. It's shopping. It's empowerment. KSA Entertainment. It's fitness. It's travel. KSA. It's fun. It's engaging. It's Daily Flash. Daily Flash Latino. Life, love, shopping. This is KSA Entertainment.
All right, I'm so excited about this because with the holiday season here, our friends at Mattel give a great list of must-have toys for the entire family.
Okay, so Mitch, what do we have here?
All right, starting off, first off, we have the WWE Wreckin' Slam Crusher Monster Truck. Kids can wreck the competition with one of the biggest vehicles around, the 12-inch tall Wreckin' Slam Crusher Monster Truck. You can surprise opponents with a lift from the forklift. With 8 pull-apart pieces and 4 removable tires, kids can transform the look of the vehicle and smash, bash, or roll their competition outside the ring.
Okay, now the second toy we have is one of the favorites here. It's the Masters of the Universe Origin Snake Mountain playset, inspired by the Snake Mountain lair in the dark hemisphere of Eternia. It was created as an homage to the 80s, but with a bigger and better modern design. Story options abound with extensive features, including a trap door, a huge snake dungeon, Skeletor throne, acid pool, and even an escape tunnel.
I so want to play with this right now, and I can't. All right, next up for you Disney fans, we have the Disney and Pixar Cars Piston Cup Action Speedway playset. It's an interactive track set powered by a wind-up booster. No batteries are required. You're slowing down? Don't worry. Wind up and just let it go. Activate the pity for a quick tune-up and re-enter into the race with the control panel. You can reveal the winner's circle ramp by turning to the big screen and watching the winner racer launch to the stage.
And last but certainly not least, we have the Polly Pocket Rainbow Unicorn Salon that packs a magical amount of fun into a 2-in-1 toy. It's both a styling head and salon playset. The unicorn-shaped compact features soft hair on its exterior that kids can style with over 20 accessories included. When open, it's a multi-level playset with 2 micro dolls, a salon, and activities like a spinning star, moon swing, and moving runway.
I'm loving this. Just check out shop.mattel.com to learn more about these and other must-have toys of this holiday season.
Beauty trends expert Valerie Greenberg is here with unique fragrance ideas for all the personalities on your holiday gift list.
The holidays are, of course, the most joyous time of year, but sometimes gift giving can be a little overwhelming. Not to worry, because I've got fragrances for every personality and loved one in your life. Let's get started with the trendsetter. Burberry Fragrance has just launched Burberry Goddess, which is their first refillable scent, and it's inspired by confidence, self-discovery, and strength. It has the trifecta of vanilla, including vanilla caviar, vanilla infusion, and vanilla absolute, topped off with notes of lavender. Next, for that person that doesn't want to let go of summer, look no further than Gucci Flora Gorgeous Magnolia, made up primarily of the Magnolia alba ancient plant, but it's complemented with dewberries accord, which is going to serve to give it that fruity, juicy dimension. It also has notes of jasmine, sambac, and musk, and patchouli essence to really ground it. This fragrance truly exudes cheerfulness. Next, for somebody in your life that's fun-loving, Perfect Marc Jacobs Collector's Edition comes in this beautiful metallic opulent bottle, and it has rhubarb, daffodil, almond milk, cedarwood, as well as cashmeran. Marc Jacobs' inspiration really is all about finding joy in being your authentic self. And finally, for that perfectly classic person in your life, here we have the Little Black Dress of fragrances. It is Philosophy Amazing Grace Eau de Parfum. It's elegant, feminine, and classic. This iconic soft floral has a longer lasting concentration of bergamot, musk, and lilies of the valley. A little tip, I like to actually apply the fragrances to my pulse points because it's going to amplify the scents. You can find all of these fragrances for under $200, most under $150 at Macy's.com and Macy's.
Seagram heiress Hannah Bronfman and her influencer husband gave fans a sneak peek inside their lavish New York City home. You ready for this one, Mitch?
I love inside homes.
Influencer Caleb Simpson, known for his spur-of-the-moment house tours, asked the couple if he could record a video in their downtown Manhattan apartment. The clip has already racked up more than 15 million views. In the video, Simpson asks, "How much do you pay for rent in New York?" Well, they explain that they own their apartment and pay a mortgage of $4,300 a month.
Okay.
Once inside the luxury apartment, Bronfman showed off the floor-to-ceiling bookshelves in their living room, which featured a glass roof as well. Follis reveals the couple gutted the apartment, which originally featured a big arch and 2 pillars in the middle of the living room.
I'm surprised. $4,300. That's not bad.
No, not bad at
where
all.
they're at. And I love the privacy wall/windows. I don't know if you saw that where you hit a button and like I guess air goes through it and it mutes it out.
Yeah. It looks like the shades come down or close it off. Yeah.
So if you want to do that, it makes sense at office place. Why wouldn't it work in your apartment or bedroom? I love that idea.
I love that this guy gets to kind of just knock on doors and say, "Hey, can I come in and take a look at your house?" I mean, how many homes would you love to see like that?
You would have to make sure that you always have a clean house, number one. But I love the idea because you know that this is really how they live if you can do spot ones like that. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I appreciate the option there.
Yeah, indeed. Well, it looks like best-selling author and chef Shireen Pavlidis is joining us now with tips on holiday cooking and entertaining. She's got some delicious ways that you can use a carton of eggs you might already have in your fridge in the first place. Shireen, what are your must-have ingredients that we have to have for this holiday season?
You have to have eggs.
Yeah.
It's going to set you up for success in all your baking. Think about all the things that we need to make those foolproof desserts for our family and friends that create those awesome memories. I use a lot of butter when I'm making my Thanksgiving dinner. I like to say butter.
Butter.
And yeah, butter, because everything's better with butter. But pumpkin puree, you know, you don't think about it. It is so easy. Ditch the can, make your own homemade pumpkin puree. It's going to make a difference, especially in my cheesecake.
I would imagine so. Well, you mentioned eggs. Why is the egg an invaluable ingredient in all your cooking and your baking?
Because it's a binder. So think about it, it's now setting and creating a binder within the cheesecake for your pumpkin pies, for your pecan pies. It creates texture, velvety, creamy texture. It gives that beautiful viscosity. So we need it to sort of set us up for success, to build those holiday moments with our desserts and through all of our baking and savory dishes as well.
I agree with you. I'm sure you have plenty of recipes, more information, of course, what all eggs can do. Where can folks go if they want to get more info?
IncredibleEgg.org, and you can also follow me on my social media, all platforms, Cooking with Shireen.
I want to know, Shireen, are you going to eat all that in front of you right now? Because if you're not, I will be happy to take it off your hands.
I'll save you a slice.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you, Chef. Thank you so much. And of course, you can check out this interview and links as well by going to our website. It's dailyflashshow.com. Head there anytime and find out all this information that you need. We got more coming up.
Are you looking for the best bargain when it comes to the most wanted gifts this holiday season? Black Friday and Cyber Monday offer some of the best and biggest discounts we've seen all year. Here's our tech guru, Jennifer Jolly, with the scoop.
Thanks so much for having me. Why don't we just dive right in with this Hydro Wave rower. This is the company's newest, lightest, arguably coolest rowing machine to date. It is really the closest thing you can get to being on real water without ever leaving your house. Gives you a full body workout that's high energy and low impact strength plus cardio, all in about 20 minutes. Tons of great online classes led by expert athletes and Olympians from waterways around the world. And at $1,445 this holiday season only, it's the lowest price ever. Okay, here's another one of my top picks for all of 2023, making quite a splash. The Aper Seagull Pro, an incredibly teched out cordless robot pool cleaner, totally hassle-free, comes with the world's first ever quad motor system, so powerful it climbs up walls and zooms across pools to suck up dirt, leaves, hair, and, well, any other gross stuff you need it to clean. You recharge it just like you do your smartphone, and it is $300 off when you use the code Jennifer310 before the end of November at Aper.com. All right, two great VTech gadgets here to tell you about. First, VTech V-Hush Pro Sleep Training Soother. This one helps kids drift off with a colorful touch nightlight, a glow-in-the-ceiling projector, and a powerful Bluetooth speaker that plays hundreds of pre-programmed stories, classical music, lullabies, all the things. And then for kids a little older, ages 3 to 6, check out VTech's Storytime with Sunny, the absolute most adorable storytelling, song singing, stuff teaching little nightlight I have ever seen. Loaded with personality, engages kids in more than 300 activities, and helps them learn all about really healthy nighttime routines, something we all need a little more of. We also all want and need to stretch our holiday budget more this year. So take a look at the cashback deals in the PayPal app. So easy to layer the savings here. You just hit save. They automatically get applied when you check out. Between the cashback rewards and PayPal's Honey browser extension, well, you likely have no idea how much money you've been leaving on the table. PayPal's put more than $200 million back in people's pockets this year alone. More than enough to get all the best gadgets around. Head to my website, techish.com, for more. Back to you.
I'm exhausted just looking at her.
No kidding. You have to be careful of that when it comes to Christmas gifts and exercise equipment. Just make sure you know the person well enough. But it's a great idea. Thank you for spending time with us. You can go to our website and check out all the information we talked about. Y'all be good. There's some folks that make our show just great as it is.